Hi, sisters! Welcome to our second episode of Keeping Up with the Sisters. I'm your host, Sophia Fox, and this is our guest, Amy Schwab. Schwabamente. Schwabamente. Hey. So, we are really looking forward to exploring with Amy about her own entrepreneur journey.
Great to be here. Thank you so much for having me on Keeping Up with the Sisters, and I'm excited to be a guest today.
Yay!
Let's do this.
Yes. Okay, so Amy, there's a moment in every entrepreneur's journey where it stops feeling like a bet and starts feeling like it's yours. When was that for you?
Yeah, great first question here. So I feel like there's no better bet than just diving straight into something without a plan B. And so that's exactly what I did when I was in corporate. I was in corporate for over 10 years. And I started to have these physical symptoms, like my hair started falling out. I felt stressed every single day just from the Slack ping, if anyone can relate to that messaging app. And I was just so stressed, and it got to a point where I couldn't do it anymore. And it was it was just like 1 week I said, I can't do this anymore. And I completely quit with nothing lined up. And I don't recommend that to people, but it worked for me because again, there's no better bet. I had to make it work. There was no plan B. So I did. And now I own a 6-figure dog walking and pet sitting agency. And
Yes.
it worked out really well for me, even though it was a bit unconventional.
Yeah, I really resonate with that as well. I know that when I was working in corporate, I also just kind of like quit and dropped off. And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
This is not getting me where I want to go. So I guess that kind of brings me to the next question. What was your vision when you originally took that shift?
Yeah. My vision was to be outside with animals, speaking with people in the community. And those were the three things. That was my business plan.
Yes.
I quit and I was meditating on the Pacific Palisades Park in Los Angeles, and this corgi runs up to me in the middle of my meditation. And so I start throwing the frisbee, and I'm like, why don't I spend time outside with animals? I had already quit by this point. So again, I quit with no plan. I can't stress that enough. And then it dawned on me, why don't I spend time with animals outside? This is exactly what I want to do until I figure out where this leads. And then I started dog walking, and I named my company Betches Walking Betches. And at the time, I didn't realize what I did, and that was I didn't name my company Amy's Dog Walking Business. I named it a plural name that didn't have anything to do with a girl named Amy. It was Betches Walking Betches. It always was. And what that became was this dog walking pet sitting agency where these amazing team members are stepping up, and I have hundreds of applicants every single time I post a job posting, and they want to work for Betches Walking Betches. And I think that was a really beautiful foreshadow, was looking back. I never named it something that was tied with my name. I think someone can, and they can be really successful. Now, my big plan is to make passive income enough to live off of the dividends so I never have to feel like I'm trading my time for money.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful way to step into a next chapter and to have a plan where you can now live a life of ultimate freedom. Right? Where you don't have to be behind the computer, you don't have to be managing the team, but you're still making an impact, a larger impact, because you're now even further in the background, right? And being able to live your life and shine your light. So what was kind of your personal development journey throughout all of the hurdles that you faced when you were doing business? And what would you recommend to entrepreneurs to overcome those?
Okay, so there was something, again, looking back. It's hard when you're in it. It's always looking back and reflecting, right? I spent a lot of time sitting, reflecting, meditating, journaling to get in touch with, what do I even want this to look like? What do I want my ideal day to even look like? Sometimes people are so stressed, they don't even pause to think about that. They're just in this hamster wheel. And so again, looking back, I realized that I was really, really skilled at these like top 5 things that are classified in Strengths Quest. That's what it was named at the time. And I didn't really play on those strengths because I never had an opportunity in all of the corporate jobs that I had to play on those strengths. I was always just hired to do these tasks and stay in this specific square. And I wasn't allowed the flexibility or the creativity to play out these like really amazing things that I'm good at. So my top 5 are strategic, input, ideation, positivity, and woo. Those are my top 5. Woo means winning others over. Yeah. So it's like personality and je ne sais quoi, you know what I mean?
Good definition.
and so now I am in a position as an entrepreneur, I am utilizing those top 5 every single day. I'm utilizing my strategic vision. I'm utilizing my creativity. I'm making a positive impact. Now, there's many things that I'm not so good at because I'm focusing my time and energy there. I have learned if there's something that I can do but I don't want to do, I hire someone and delegate. If there's something that I'm not the best at, someone else is better at it than I am, I hire them and I delegate. So I have become a master of recognizing where are my strengths and what brings me joy, and anything that doesn't fall in that category, I hire and delegate. And I think that's something for any entrepreneur or any business owner. If they want to scale and grow, they need a team, and they have to recognize you can't be good at every single thing. Maybe, but then you're kind of spending your time, right, trading that time for money because you are doing everything. So you kind of, it kind of looks the same as corporate life. Mm-hmm. So for me, what I would tell people and what I do tell people is utilize your strengths, hire out what you don't want to do or don't have the time for, and find someone who does it better.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's like, we're never going to feel ready. So it's just taking the leap and doing it, right?
Yeah.
And all those things fall in line. And it's when we surrender into the life that we want. I know that when I came to Bali, particularly, I already started delegating, hiring people and trying out ideas and just moving the ball forward because I knew that the life that I wanted to live and I had to embody it.
Yeah.
And so then I, built the Sisterhood community, and I was like, I want community. I want bad bitches around me constantly. And I want to just have this empowering, uplifting flow in my life. And I remember my friend Sam even said to me that my life is like a fairy tale. And it was such a beautiful compliment because I'm like, yes, it is. I am a fairy tale, I love that. I think what I would love to close with this question is, what was it about, coming to Bali and also joining the Sisterhood, becoming one of our facilitators? Yeah. I know that you were also facilitating back in Los Angeles. Yeah. What about being in a community of women helped uplift you to where you are now, which is slaying the game?
I love this question so much. A little bit of background is, we were both in sororities, but I was in Alpha Zeta Delta at San Jose State. Shout out to Spartans. And that I was always in a part of a sisterhood is what I'm trying to say. I had a lot of siblings growing up. I was in this part of a sisterhood that was my sorority. Then I was an advisor for my sorority. I was a consultant for my sorority. So I've always been kind of a girl's girl in a girl's group. Even before that, I was a dancer. And that led me to my mid-20s. I had a Saturn return and a whole breakdown. We've all been there. And I found shadow work or parts work. And that could be a whole other podcast episode. But I love it so much, and I use those tools daily. And that was a transformation retreat that was women-led and women only. There were some male facilitators in there, but it was mostly for women by women. And that opened this whole other side of how people live, which is going inside, recognizing the different parts in them. And it helped me be not so reactive. So that leads me to Bali. I'm able to bring that wisdom and knowledge that I've had for many, many years, actually working with several different girl groups. And so community is a huge part of life. And I know that is for you too. And it's really amazing being able to bring my knowledge, bring my wisdom, and hold space. And I really realized what that was after sitting in these women's groups for the last several years, is holding space for another woman, not trying to fix her or change her or coach her or sell her something. I think there's a time and a place for that. I think in this women's circle, especially in the sisterhood circle that you've created, it's a really beautiful space to feel witnessed, to feel heard, to feel no judgment. And I'm honored to bring my knowledge and wisdom there.
Oh, thank you so much, Queen. I really, really appreciate you. And it's been such an honor to have you on this week's episode of Keeping Up with the Sisters. You are such a delight. You are such a divine light.
Yeah,
come give me a hug. Yeah.